Ever since Julia's mother passed away, their house was pin-drop silent. It was a Monday night, and Julia was returning from her part-time job she worked after college. The streets were empty, but Julia got a strange feeling that she wasn't the only person there. She didn't see anyone, but she couldn't ignore the goosebumps on her arms. She experienced this eerie feeling every time she neared the house, and sometimes she felt a strange presence inside the house in the middle of the night. Julia knew such possibilities were unreal, but somewhere inside her, she wanted to believe her mother's spirit was trying to communicate with her. Could it really be? Or was there really no one there? No noise, no creaking wood, nothing. Just her and loneliness together in the house. I know it's been hard on you, Julia. I've heard a lot of people experience this after their loved ones pass away. We even miss Mrs. Cooper. She was such a nice lady. Sandra, I don't think I'm experiencing what others do. These feelings are more real than you think. It's been happening a lot lately, but I can't get the other night out of my head. I woke up to a noise from my mother's study room at around 12. I would have shrugged it off as a hallucination, but my BII smart speaker turned on by itself. It was as if it was responding to my mother's name. "Welcome back, Emma Cooper." "I'm sorry, Emma. I didn't get that. Maybe you can try again later. The account will be locked down with 3 more failed attempts." I hurried to the study, but it was empty. No one anywhere in the house. How are you supposed to explain that? Do you think my mom's trying to communicate with me? There's something she wanted to tell me but couldn't? Julia, it's in your head. Deep down you really wish she were here, but she's not, and now your mind is creating a false image of her around you. Enough of the psychology lecture, Philip. Maybe there might really be something. A lot of people believe and try to communicate with the other side, don't they? Ronnie, stop giving her stupid ideas. She's been stressed about it anyway. Alright. You know what? How about we all spend Friday night at my place, just to chill out? How about it, Julia? I don't know. Come on, it will be fun. Besides, you haven't been out for a whole month now. Alright, I'll be there. On Friday, Julia caught a bus to Ronnie's house where all her friends were waiting for her. She found Sandra and Philip had cornered Ronnie about something. They were arguing about something Ronnie did. Which wasn't unusual. Ronnie was always playing pranks. I've spoken to a few people who went to her before, and they say she's legit, bro. This woman sees things in her dreams, like real-life events. She might be able to tell Julia what she's experiencing. We called Julia here to get things off her mind, and you are the biggest jerk for calling this hoax here. What are you guys talking about? You won't believe this, Julia. Ronnie went to this so-called psychic woman and told her about you. She's supposed to be here for an appointment in a few minutes. Ronnie, why did you do that? Sandra and Philip are right. Things like this really don't happen. My mom is dead. She's gone forever. Listen, Julia. People don't just get strange feelings for no apparent reason. What if her spirit is trying to call your attention, and you let it go unnoticed? The worst thing that could happen today is that the woman will prove herself a hoax. What's wrong with that? I'll bear the I told you so lecture. So when is this lady going to come? She's actually late. I tried calling her, but she's not picking up for some reason. As the friends helped out in preparing some nacho cheese, suddenly someone rang the bell. It must be her, Ronnie said as he went to answer the door. It was minutes before he came back with the woman following him. She didn't look like how usual eccentric-looking psychics did. She was wearing ordinary clothes, ordinary makeup. She didn't even bring anything with her. No candles, no tarot cards, or spooky magic ball. Julia took out her phone and placed it on the table. This is Julia, the girl I spoke to you about. The woman looked at Julia. Her silent, expressionless look was more daunting than it was funny. All the friends fell quiet, looking at each other. The woman finally spoke, staring directly into Julia's eyes. I sense a bad presence around you, Julia, but there is something different about this presence. It is not the forces of the other world, rather it feels more close, more present and real. Ronnie interrupted. Do you think it's her mother's spirit? The woman shifted her glance to Ronnie. No, this is an evil presence. It's not safe for your friend to return home tonight. There's a great danger awaiting her. Suddenly, Sandra laughed out. You think by putting on this act we're all going to get scared and believe you? The woman sternly countered Sandra. Do you take chances with the lives of your companions? What will be there but grief if what I say comes to be true? Philip tried to defend Sandra. There is no way anyone can predict the future, unless you yourself planned it out. What are your actual motives here, lady? Ronnie stopped the two. All right, you guys, stop. She didn't come here for this. We called her here. Have some respect. Julia watched her friends argue amongst each other. The woman seemed to pay no heed to them and stared at her. Julia was caught in the middle. She felt awkwardly nervous. The house is not safe for you, Julia. I advise you not to return there. My plan is nothing but to warn you. The woman suddenly held her ears as if she was trying to hear something. My time is running out. I must leave. She didn't even wait for Ronnie. She got up and went out the door. Ronnie folded his arms. I don't think that was necessary, Sandra. She was so weird. Who comes here and just starts talking like that? She didn't even read our palms or do something. Yeah, like you guys would have believed her if she did any of that stuff. Julia, do you believe anything she said? I don't know, but the way she was staring at me, there is something about her. Suddenly, Ronnie's phone lit up with a call. It was the woman. Why is she calling? Hello? Miss, is everything okay? Ronnie, I'm sorry, I don't know what happened. I was pondering on what you told me about your friend Julia while I was at the cafe. When suddenly I went unconscious, the people there called an ambulance and brought me to the hospital. I missed your calls and our appointment. I wouldn't have called you so late, but I had an awful nightmare while I was in that unconscious state. Your friend Julia is in danger. The friends looked at each other confused. What are you talking about? You were here for the appointment this evening. What? No, that's... I was admitted to the hospital last evening and I've been here since. Julia quickly picked up the phone. Hold on. I recorded the whole session on my phone, just in case she did manage to do something crazy. I have proof she was here. Julia turned on the recording. The friends were not only shocked, but horrified to hear that it was them who were talking the whole time. The woman's voice wasn't present. How can this be? This doesn't make sense. We were all there, we saw her. Was this some sort of prank? Hello, are you there? Miss, we don't understand. If you are at the hospital, then none of this makes any sense. The woman was silent for a while before she spoke. Ronnie, actually, this isn't the first time something like this has happened, but I often have these unusual experiences. They can't be explained, but the best I can try is to call it astral projection. It's when the soul or conscience is able to travel outside the body in a state of sleep, meditation, or hypnosis. My physical body was unaware and present here, while my astral body must have traveled within the realm of sleep when I got the intuition that something dire is after your friend. Take my advice. Do not allow her to return home tonight. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Sure. Thank you. Ronnie put down the phone and shrugged. Okay, you guys were right. You heard what hocus pocus she just blabbered? Astral what? Psychic or just suffering from psychosis? No, something isn't right, Ronnie. If it was a prank, then how come her voice didn't get recorded? It's like her entire presence was just skipped out. Sandra and Philip thought of 100 excuses to prove the woman was nothing but a hoax. But the truth of the evening was that there was no explanation to what had happened other than what the woman herself explained: astral projection. Nonetheless, the friends decided to head back home that night. "Get up, Julia, you won't believe this. Please tell me that's not your house." Julia rubbed her eyes and looked at the screen. A man was arrested last night at around 4 a.m. when he was caught attempting to rob a house on Baker Street. As soon as unexpected security alarms were set off, neighbors immediately called the police. Fortunately, locals had caught sight of the robber as he tried to flee and captured him. The man is now in custody with the police. Julia widened her eyes. "That is my house." Julia and Ronnie immediately drove out to her house where police had sealed off the property. "Officers, I'm Julia Cooper. This is my house. I was staying at a friend's house the night before. I came back as soon as I saw the news." "Miss Cooper, you are one lucky woman. If you had been here last night, something horrible could have occurred. We found certain possessions on the man that confirmed that he had not only come to rob, but take a life if necessary. During the interrogation, he confessed that he had broken into your home previously and had been following you around. Were you aware of this? The man had intentions of breaking the safe in the room upstairs. That's what turned on the security alarms." Julia was thundered by what she heard. All this time, those noises she heard? Her life was in danger. This was all an attempt to rob the wealth her mother had left her. It wasn't anything supernatural, but all the more present and real. Just like what the woman had said. That woman, she warned her of this. If Julia hadn't listened to her, there was a chance she could have lost her life. But how? If the woman was at the hospital, then how could she have been at the house? And how could she have predicted her life was in danger? Did she really have some sort of power to communicate and travel through her dreams? A real psychic? Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.